Next, I'm going to show you how to knit on circular needles, but with the magic loop method. So the magic loop method is a way of knitting pieces that have small circumferences by using just one long circular needle. So for things like hats, where you're working a certain amount of stitches to fit over the head circumference, you can easily do that on a circular needle that is 16 inches long. When you start decreasing to shape the crown or the top of the hat, and start to get fewer and fewer stitches on the needle, they begin to have to stretch out over the circular, and they can get pretty tight and really hard to knit. So typically at that point, you would switch over to double pointed needles to finish your work. But with the magic loop method, it's the exact same as knitting in the round, but with one key difference. And I'm going to show you how. So you just cast all of your stitches onto your needle. Here you can see they're all clustered on the right-hand side of the cord and the circular needle. And this entire area is completely empty. If you were to stretch all of these stitches out along the length of the cord, they'd become very tight and extremely difficult to knit. So what you're going to do is, with the working stitches in your right hand, hold on to both needles, find a rough halfway point on the cast on stitches, and just reach in and gently grab the cord. And now you can slide these stitches up the left-hand needle. So place your work back down on the table really quick. Make sure all of these stitches are facing the same way, with the base of the cast on edge on the interior of your circle. Now what you're going to do is, with the working yarn in your right hand, you're just going to join in the round like you normally would. And just knit however your pattern dictates. Slide your stitches down. And now you're going to see you're coming to the end of the stitches that are easily available to you. Not a big deal, because all you have to do is find another spot in your work, reach your fingers in, and pull. Slide those stitches now onto your needle. And keep knitting. And once again, just find a midway point and push your stitches up along your needle. And just like regular joining in the round, when you get to the end of your row and the beginning of your next row, just give it a little extra tug to keep everything nice and snug. And you just keep going. First round is always a little bit harder because things are trying to spin around on the needles. But each row that you do helps the work lay flatter, and it will start to become really easy to just pull the needle through and keep going. And that is knitting with magic loop.